Today's wandering with the wind is nearing its end. Another mile or so here and we'll be at our western parking spot for the cabin. My odometer is showing be 610 miles the way we came, and my clock says it's take 10 hours and 10 minutes, so we've got a really good average going. Of course, this last 30 miles has really put a damper on that average speed, but excellent roads all the way up, and looking forward to getting out on foot. We're now going to pull into our parking spot, and I see somebody's already made a track in here. Just been kind of nosing around. They drove way back in there, but I could for a few hundred yards today, but I know there's a big blizzard coming across the Dakotas tonight, and I don't want to be that far off the road, so I'm going to pull right over in here out of the way. Call it good enough. No shoveling today, but I'll bet I have to shovel to get out. Three o'clock in the afternoon, all ready to head into the cabin. It's about 10 degrees above Fahrenheit. Sun's kind of behind the clouds, but really a mild day here in the top of Minnesota for the day after Christmas. Progress is going along great. It's a 3-mile trek from where we parked into the old log cabin, and right now we're at what I officially know as the halfway point. My load's dragging pretty good. It started out a little tough, but I think maybe some ice had frozen in the bottom from being warm inside the vehicle. On a day when I'm tired, we'd stop here and have a little snack, but things are going so great, we're just going to keep on pushing on to the cabin and try to keep just cool enough or warm enough not to get a sweat up. There's been some birds calling. I just had a black-backed woodpecker I spotted up in a tree, pecking away slowly. That's a great sign. Okay, we made good time. I'm going to go inside and get a fire going while the rest of you get to work. You've been tagging along here long enough, you know the drill. Jacobs, get these bear shutters off the windows. Gibbs, you two can get that pail in there and some pans to get some of this water. I want white snow, not any yellow in there. And Magenta, you might not like this snow anymore, but grab that shovel and get some of this stuff out of the way. Let's see. I need some wood. Tree feller, you ought to know a good piece of dry firewood. Get a couple chunks. It'll last good the night in the stove. If you do a good job, I might even share some chocolate cake with you later. Let's get to work. Been a long day. Left Illinois at 4 o'clock this morning. Had a real easy trip up. Pretty easy trip in with the sled, but I'm tired. Cheated and had a few cookies for supper. I'm going to call it good enough. Trying this filming here, one improvement I did is most of my lights in here were little 1-watt LEDs, and I brought up some 5-watt. It's you stare at it, it's almost too bright up there, but sure did brighten it up in here at night. I think that's a wrap for one day. quite a night of sleep. I had to get up a lot of times to put wood in the stove, but it was a 13-hour sleep with the minor interruptions of throwing a log on every once in a while. The reason I had to throw a log on every once in a while is because when the cabin's really cold like that, as soon as the fire dies down, it gets cold in here. But now that it's up to about 80 degrees on all the walls, the fire can really simmer down and even go out for a while and stays pretty decent in here. So I won't have to get up as often in the following nights, but kind of monitoring our big snowfall that's coming. Forecast for up here was for 10 additional inches on top of the 3 or 4 we already had. A little bit further south, they're saying it might be 18 inches altogether. We'll have to just kind of see. Forecast says we're kind of over the worst of it, and I hope that's right. I don't want too much snow while I'm here. Also, the temperatures are up 15 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit the next few days, so make it real nice for out tromping around in this. I keep talking about the weather. That's because I've got my little NOAA weather radio here. It comes in really well, and I can check on it and really get a good update of the weather. I've got the FM and AM radio, but the weather on that kind of a deal anymore is just almost worthless.